Ooh. Guys, I am back. I have been tired and lazy, but I'm back. Okay. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this is season 14, episode 8. I took some notes. I might be jumping all over the place. Just follow along. I'm not going to do like a scene by scene. I'm going to do just what I remember, what I wrote down, what I think is important. So Sonia doesn't want to have a baby, and she feels as though a second child would not be conducive because for the first child, Deuce, her husband was not present emotionally, physically, and she feels as though, she would pretty much be having a baby, by herself. So she doesn't want to do it. I mean, I have some thoughts about it because Sonia is married, but I don't want to come off as judgmental. So I feel like when Sonia says that her husband is not there for her, or when she has the baby, physically, emotionally, mentally, I want to know, at what point does he come back to being those things? Is it like after the baby is like 1 or 2 or something? Because I feel like if you're saying he's not there for the baby, is he there as a husband in that way as well? Because I don't know if you could turn it on or off. I don't know. I mean, it's her choice. She doesn't want to have a baby. I mean, she is married. I guess when you're married, you have to compromise. But she's saying, and she spoke with her husband and told him that because he travels so much, it's like she'll just be having the baby and she doesn't have any help. She'll just be having a baby all alone, basically. Even though everybody lives in her house, her mom, her dad, her sister, and I think her husband lives there. I don't know. I think Sonia should think about it. I mean, it seems like her mind is made up, and she feels as though why she have to stop her life and, take care of the baby if she doesn't have support from her husband, and he doesn't have to do the same thing. So I do understand that, but at the same time, is it that you just don't want to have the baby, or because the baby grows quickly? It's not like the baby's going to be a baby forever. So at what point is he supportive with Deuce, your son, now? I don't know. I don't want to be judgmental, but I can see both sides. He wants another baby. You guys are married. And if he's not doing those things when you have a baby, my question is he doing those things as a husband? That's all. So Sonia, her mind is made up. She doesn't want to have a baby, period. I think she just doesn't want to have a baby again. So we'll see how that goes. Candy and Marlo and Sheree meet up at a sauna place. I don't know the name of it. Candy comes with her hair done. Candy does not want to get into the sauna, okay? She has somewhere to be afterwards. So Candy's like, I'm gonna just sit outside of the sauna. I'm gonna just sit outside. So Sheree and Marlo goes inside the sauna, and Marlo's like, let me just get it started. Candy, I don't feel like you're there for me as a friend. And I'm like, Marlo, are y'all friends though? Like, I don't know if Marlo and Candy are really friends. Are they? I don't know. Are they? And from what I've been watching The Real Housewives since season 1, and it seems to me that Candy, despite how people feel about her, she's pretty much supportive of everyone. I think so. Candy is usually the one that shows up to everybody's events. She might be late. She shows up. I think she donates money. So I think Candy is a little supportive. I don't think that's fair to say that Candy's not supportive. And then Sheree says, well, Candy, you were not there for me when the situation with Tyrone went on. You know, you didn't reach out to me. And I'm somewhat on Candy's side when she says, well, I don't know. I can see both sides. Like, Sheree, you didn't even reach out to me, so it's probably like a sensitive subject, and Sheree is not the most open person. So Candy probably felt like, oh, you know, I'm just going to wait till Sheree reaches out to me and then I'll say something about it. I don't think Candy was intentionally not contacting Sheree, or if Sheree needed Candy, Candy wouldn't be there for her. I just think Candy didn't want to like overstep, or wanted Sheree to be open about talking about it. That's how I see it. But then Sheree could say, well, you know, she said, you saw me on the blogs and everything. You could have reached out. I agree with that as well, Candy. You could have said, hey, is everything okay? I see everything on the blogs. I'm just checking on you. So I see both sides of it. But I don't think it's a situation to where they can fall out as friends. Now, Candy got really emotional at the end of the scene. And I believe it's because Candy does feel like she gives a lot, not just on the show, probably in her community, you know, to other people in her family. So she probably feels like when people come for her, attack her, it's like, I already do all of this and people still got something to complain about. And to call her not a good friend, she probably feels some type of way, because she's probably like, I've been there for everybody, Marla, Sheree, even if you're not my friend. And then don't forget about Sheree still being friends with Kim after what Candy and Kim went through. So Candy, based on the photos they showed on the show, Candy was still, you know, meeting up and hanging out with Sheree despite what was going on with Kim. So it's like Candy overlooked that. So I don't know. I see Candy's side. I've kind of felt kind of bad for Candy when she started crying in this instance. I was like, dang, that's probably really hurt her feelings. So we'll see how that goes. So let's see. Oh, a new cast member is introduced, Mayetta. She has a baby with Neo, two kids with Neo. I never heard of her. I'm sorry, Mayetta. I never heard of Mayetta, but she's Candy's friend. And Candy, Mayetta, and Kenya meet up to make some fragrances. And Candy and Kenya started to, you know, get into it with each other regarding what happened with the trip, about the vibrator and, oh yeah, the underwear and everything. And now Candy, okay, Candy, I gotta agree with Kenya. can see how Kenya, no matter what her past is, and no matter what Marlo's past is, I can see how it could make them feel uncomfortable being single and then wearing, you know, wearing the panties with somebody else controlling it. I can see that point. Candy will not let go. She's like, well, you didn't have to wear it, and it's not even that deep, and you played in this movie, and I don't think that is, I don't think that's the same thing, to be quite honest with you. It'll be different if everybody was with a spouse or like their boyfriend or whatever, girlfriend, whatever. And I think people would have received it different. But when you have singles and then people who are coupled, and they're not only coupled, but they're married, it can make people a little uncomfortable. Even if you feel like, their past, for the viewer, it can make them like, look at the people like different. Especially when anybody can control the remote control. So I do see what Kenya is saying, Candy, and I'm gonna just need you to just go ahead and let this one go. Let it go, Candy, because in this instance, I'm gonna have to side with Kenya and say, you know, and you may just be trying to promote the Candy, what is it? Candy, what's the name of Candy line? Oh, Bedroom Candy. You could just be trying to promote the Bedroom Candy. I get it, but in this instance, and then in the setting, Marlo had a good point as far as like going to the play and everything. It wasn't really a good setting for, you know, it wasn't the time and the place for it. And I know Candy was just trying to do it out of fun, but Kenya or Marlo, Sheree, even though Sheree didn't say much about it, they all didn't like the idea of it, especially when it was just them being there single, and then the other guys had control of the remote control for the underwear. So I kind of agree with Kenya on it. Not kind of, I do agree with Kenya, Marlo, and Sheree, if Sheree would ever say anything about it. Then we go to Drop It with Drew and her workout program, which is technically not her workout program. She partnered with another young lady who already had the business for 5 years. And I mean, to me, that's irrelevant. She's partnered with the lady now. She's the face of the business. It is what it is. I'm not mad at the hustle. If that's what she's doing, then that's what she's doing. I don't see what the issue is for her promoting the business. Even if she is acting like it's her business, okay, so what? She's the face of the business. Now, I don't agree with her getting a mommy makeover and then trying to say that, oh, lose 20 pounds in 20 days. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the false advertisement, Drew. That's false advertising. But as far as the business aspect of it, if she is the face of the business and somebody's been in the business with it for 5 years, then oh well. It is what it is. Kenya and Marlo gets into it, and then Marlo is below the belt, per usual. Sometimes I think Marlo goes just a little too far. I love the fashion, Marlo, but sometimes you do be going a little below the belt. And then Kenya got really, really upset about it. Marlo started getting in Kenya's face, and Kenya was like, don't let the Detroit come out. Even though I don't think Kenya would have did anything. Or Marlo. It's like a pointless argument. It's a pointless argument. Oh, and then Sheree. She by Sheree. She, by Sheree, had a water bottle, the mats. What else Sheree had? Leggings. Okay, Sheree. Spring, summer, September. I know that's right. Sheree, my girl though. I like Sheree. Come on out with the line, Sheree. It's about time. It's well overdue. It's been a minute, but she is putting forth the effort to do She by Sheree. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to support Sheree. I'm gonna give me a mat and some leggings. Probably not the water bottle, but the mat and the leggings, like the clothing, I will probably get that, Sheree. So just September is right around the corner. We have about spring, summer. So we're in summer. What's this? June, July. Oh, see about 3 months, Sheree. September's coming in 3 months, so I'll be waiting on the leggings on the website. Oh yeah, and then back to the Drew part. When Sonya was like, girl, you're not an entrepreneur. Sonya, come on. Okay, she's not an entrepreneur. Why? Because she's the face of the brand? Okay. Is she getting paid? Is she doing it for free? Or is she getting paid from it? I don't know. I guess that makes the difference. If she's trying to portray, I mean, the person who owned, the lady who owned it was standing right there. So if Drew was impersonating, I'm pretty sure the lady would have spoke up, but they said they were partners. So she didn't probably come up with the idea or start the business, but she's in the business now. And Drew get on my nerves sometimes, so I'm not taking up for Drew. I'm just saying she's not an entrepreneur because she didn't start the business. Well, I guess that's the definition of an entrepreneur. But hey, she's doing something. That's how I see it. At the end, Sonya apologizes to Drew and then asks Drew for some marriage advice. Sonya, no, don't ask Drew. That is the wrong person to be asking for some marriage. No offense, Drew. Don't ask Drew for no marriage advice regarding having a baby, something that serious. Please don't. And honestly, I don't think you can ask anybody about it. I mean, it's your choice and your husband's choice, and you two have to come to a decision on what you two want to do. Because like you said, you don't want to have a baby and then resent having a baby because you only did it because your husband wanted you to do it. You really didn't want to have a baby. So I do agree with that. Don't do it if you deep down don't want to do it. Just don't do it because like you said, you resent, then it'll come out, maybe to the baby. Your actions towards the baby may be different because you're like, well, I didn't really want to have a baby. But at the same time, your husband wants a baby. So, I mean, it is a tough decision because it's not like that's your boyfriend or something. That's your husband. So it's marriage. So it's a tough decision. And I see it looks like you're really, really adamant about not having a baby. And probably if the baby would be closer to your son's age, maybe you would be more susceptible. Maybe if the baby was close to your son's age, maybe you would do it. You would have another baby, but I don't think you want to relive what happened when you were pregnant with him. So I would say talk to your husband about it, and you two have to come up with a decision. And then you have to live with that decision. That's another thing. Because you don't want to live with regrets. You don't want to be 90, 95 and like, I wish I would have just had the baby. I mean, it's only 9 months. And then, the baby will grow up. So you don't want to have any regrets. You want to make a sound decision. Outweigh the good and the bad. And, you know, whatever you decide, whatever you all decide, that's your decision. And that's pretty much the episode. That's what I got from the episode. Nothing else that was too, you know, interesting. So I'll see you guys next week for episode 9. Hopefully, you know, the episode is a little better. This one was okay. It was okay. Not the best episode, but it was okay. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.